Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. So I wanted to dive into my opinion on certain waist trainers, and I wanted to save you from making the same mistakes that I've made on buying a few that just don't work. So they are just like everything else in the sense that there are some that are very good and will do the job and will be worth your money, and there will of course be some that are definitely not. So I think the difference is just if it has enough compression to suck in your waist and actually make a difference after a few hours of wearing it. So this one is the steel bone that you have seen before if you've watched my other videos. And it is a 25 bone, so it is very, very tight, very restricting. And it is actually the same size, it's just newer, so it is less bendable and extra tight. So what makes this specific waist trainer worth your money is that it actually has structure to it. So it's not bendable to the point that it will basically be useless. So if your waist trainer is not sturdy enough, basically it will not be able to do what it is meant for. So some of the waist trainers that are not going to be worth your money are the ones that don't have enough boning or structure to them. So this waist trainer right here, this is a perfect example of something that will not give you enough support to actually lose inches off of your waist. So if your primary goal is more so to get rid of bloating and have a more flat stomach without necessarily losing inches, you could go with something like this that's very, very flexible. At this point, this is basically just a sweatband or something that you would use around the house or something to even work out in. So this one I mostly bought for looks because it is not that common to find a pink color in a short torso. So this one I thought would be perfect, but it definitely does not have enough boning to it to be worn every day and have the same effect as the 25 bone or another waist trainer with more structure. So if you do have one like this, I wouldn't say it's totally useless. You could definitely wear it on days where you don't feel like wearing a waist trainer that has a lot of compression. So I also didn't want to bring up pricing too much because I don't think that that will make or break the quality. I believe it was actually the same price as this one. So cheaper and more affordable does not necessarily mean bad quality. Remember that. And I will actually now show you one that was a little bit more expensive from a more reputable company and show you why that is different. So now I have this one. This is by Nude Shapes, and this one is not a 25 steel bone. Again, I don't know the exact amount, so I apologize. But this one is a regular length torso, so it's a little long on me, but it is very comfortable. So even though this has significantly less structure to it than the steel bone one, it is still, it's not completely bendable. So I'm not able to completely fold this way in this direction where the boning is supposed to prevent it from bending. So it has slightly more. You can bend it a tiny amount, but just enough to make it so it's not uncomfortable. So I'm not too sure the exact boning amount in this one, so I do apologize for that, but I know it is still less than the black one, but it does not necessarily have a lot less support. So it is more comfortable because it does have a slight bit more flexibility to it, but you are not compromising on quality. So this isn't very bendable, breathable, thin fabric. This is a very thick fabric, which does show the difference in quality as opposed to the pink one that is also a more simple design. I'm sure there are some that you can find for very affordable pricing that will compare more to this quality than the other one. So I really do think the difference comes down to a reputable company, and as I said, that doesn't necessarily make it more expensive, but it just shows that whoever owns the company is putting in effort to their products And unfortunately, when you're buying online, sometimes you will not know until you receive it. So if you do receive a waist trainer like this one and it is extremely bendable and has no real structure to it and the fabric is very thin, at that point I recommend either using it for casual use, as I mentioned earlier, or I would return it, because this one I do not see myself using again. As I said, it is mostly just for looks. It is not very durable at all. And so with this one, I also wanted to point out that when I was wearing this one regularly, I was no longer able to fit into my other waist trainers. So I actually gained inches on my waist because this one did not have enough support. So I do believe that is the opposite effect of what you are looking to achieve when you are wearing a waist trainer, especially because of the amount of hours it takes to really have an effect on your body. You do not want to be wearing it for hours a day and have the reverse effect of what you are looking for. So hopefully if you watch this video until the end, you will have a good idea of what to look for in a quality waist trainer so you do not make the same mistakes that I have made. I hope this helped some of you, and thank you guys for watching.